It's around one and it's a driving kick. Gee, that's to the advantage of Gold Coast. Really well done. Lynch stretched for it. Here's Ablett. The little master, Gary Ablett Jr. returns to Simmons Stadium.
I was actually very excited about getting back there. You know, I missed the 2011 game down there through injury, and I guess to get back, you know, and playing a ground that I'd played on so many times in front of supporters that were always so good to me over the years. You know, it was something that was exciting. I won't lie, I was a little bit nervous at the same time.
It's a driving kick too. That's to the advantage of Gold Coast. Really well done. Lynch stretched for it. Here's Ablett from the pocket. High ball. Don't tell me. Yes. Goodness gracious me. No. Goodness gracious me. That is an unbelievable goal from Ablett.
Kind of got pushed towards the boundary line because my opponent kind of played on the inside of me and tried to push me towards the boundary line. And yeah, obviously I've played at the ground many a times and you know that pocket quite well. And there was no one in the goal square to centre it to, so I thought I'd have a shot and went through.
I'm still unsure how it went through because the way that it spun, it should have never gone through. But he's Gary Ablett; he can do it all.
I was really close to it. Corey Enright and myself were sort of trying to corral Gaz. You don't ever tackle him; he's so hard to tackle. You just sort of hope that you can corral him into a bad spot, which we thought we'd done. But as it turned out, he sort of was able to turn us and have a shot from pretty much 3 rows back. Swung, went through, and yeah, unbelievable kick.
I was watching it all the way, and it never looked like missing. But he's done some things that no one else could ever do.
I was actually running inside 50, and I was hoping to get on the end of it, but yeah, somehow he managed to kick a goal, and I thought I was going to have to shepherd it through, but I didn't even need to do that.
You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. No one in the game would even go anywhere near to it. He's just a freak.
We weren't surprised, but at the same time, it should have never happened too. It's only something that he could probably do.
As soon as I kicked it, I knew the way I kicked it that it kind of was going to get that reverse swing. But yeah, I wasn't sure whether it was going to get the distance enough or not, and it ended up working out and getting through.
Probably was one of the most amazing things I've seen on the footy field, and I know the crowd went nuts, and yeah, it was something that rarely happens, and I was glad that he was on our team and not on the opposition side.
He knew what he was going to do. I think all of us knew, but it's another thing stopping it.
And look at this. The Geelong supporters think they've got it, and so they think it's time to stand and applaud.
I reckon they're standing and applauding. You're right, for G. Ablett. That's a great mark of respect.
I don't think I've heard the crowd ever at Community Park go in complete silence with an opposition player kicks a goal and then actually stand and applaud.
Chris Scott admires on from the box.
I've seen Chris Scott's reaction in the box, and I'm not sure if that was a reaction of did he just do that, or you know, he just wasn't surprised, or you know, how did that go through?
Just a great player, executing unbelievably well. Some people think it's a fluke, our guys don't, and most of them don't. I'm pretty sure Gary doesn't think it was a fluke, and in terms of the way we set up, he had extreme pressure right on the boundary line, more than 50 metres out.
Having that, you know, that person looking down on you all the time, which I always used to say to him, it seemed to just swing back and go through.
I said it was definitely a fluke, and I wasn't the only one, especially Stephen Johnson. He made sure he let him know that it was a fluke, but when some of the things you see Gaz do, you realise that maybe fluke's not a word that he sort of associates with.
I actually thought, you know, it's a little bit of a fluke, and I let him know when he came back to the centre.
Even as an opposition coach, you can take a split second out just to marvel at what a champion player can do.
Most people just go, wow, that was a fluke, or how did he do that? And with Gary, what you learn to expect is, no, that's just the norm for him.
He kicked an amazing one against Brisbane one day that just, yeah, you don't know even what to say. You just shake your head.
Ablett, speaking of enjoying himself, from the pocket, that is as good as it gets from the genius.
That goal is an area on the ground which, at training sessions, that's the spot where we would practice kicking those in-swinging drop punts from. And yeah, he got that ball under pressure. There was a good size crowd on that side of the ground, and yeah, Gazza would have been very confident that if he had a shot at goal from there, that it would go through. And was at a good stage of the game, and yeah, it just doesn't surprise you when he does things like that.
That's what made it even more special. You knew it wasn't just a pure fluke, because if you threw him the ball again, he'd probably still kick 6 or 7 out of 10 exactly like that.
I spent a lot of time training, you know, down there and practicing goal kicking from that pocket. I'd have to give a bit of thanks to Stevie Johnson, because he's taught me a few things. He's a bit of a freak, and you know, he seems to kick goals like that all the time down there. So yeah, thanks for the tips over the years, Stevie. It ended up working out well for me.
Goodness gracious me!